This is Anthony Marquez, better known as Kung Lao for Mortal Kombat. Make sure to like and subscribe to NerdCage Live. Be there. Us.
So one more question. This is kind of a question that we all been like waiting patiently to ask you. So we just want to get your take on everything. But so we're huge Mortal Kombat fans here, and it's been discussed among the Mortal Kombat community, and co-creator John Tobias did confirm this via Twitter not that long ago. But Miss Rothrock, apparently the character Sonya Blade was directly inspired by you. Obviously, Mortal Kombat was based on all the old school martial arts films, and Sonya was, they based Sonya off of you, basically. So I just want to know what your take on it was, and was that something that you were aware of, or I don't know if you were flattered. How did you feel about the idea that you were the direct inspiration for the character Sonya Blade?
Well, I knew that because they called me in when they were doing the movie and when they were actually doing the video game as well. And at that time, I was at the height of my career, and my agent said, yeah, you could use her. It's this much money. Well, the producers didn't want to they didn't want to pay the money. They were like, oh, we just want to get people that are unknown that, we don't really have to pay. So they took my likeness, they took my kick, they took all my movements, and I was like, wow, that's kind of sneaky, right?
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, well, whatever, I don't think, yeah. So it was weird for me that they did that people would do that because they didn't want to use you and to pay you, so they took the likeness. So yeah, I know a lot of people at that time were like, it's Sonya Blade, it's Sonya Blade. I'm like, oh, not really.
I know this will never happen, but let me speak it into existence theoretically. I think it would be hilarious to have an answer back to that, because we all know that Jean-Claude Van Damme was the inspiration for Johnny Cage and you were the inspiration for Sonya Blade. How hilarious would it be to have a scene where you're opposite Jean-Claude Van Damme in a love interest? I think that would be hilarious. The answer back to that.
Well, what was funny is there's it's out on the internet, and this is like, oh my gosh, probably 35 years ago. They were doing a claymation thing, right? Mm-hmm. And I was Scarlett O'Hara, and Van Damme was Rhett Butler.
Nice.
It was like a parody. I think you could still find it. And I just remember in the end, he goes, Scarlett, my dear, I don't give a Van Damme. It's very funny. And I don't know whatever happened to it, but one time I came across it and I was like, oh, there it is, and I remember the company just called me and said, oh, we don't have any money to pay you, but, we want to use your character as Scarlett O'Hara, and I thought it was funny, so I was like, okay.
Nice.